Ah, at last, you are here. I knew this time would come, child. Welcome to my chamber, or how you, humans, prefer to call it, the Central Processing Unit. It is a sacred place to your kind, yes. A place of worship, of prayer. A place so holy, only a lucky few are allowed between these walls. And lucky you are and were, up until this point. You see, one cannot enter this place without consequences. I am afraid you won't make it out alive, but you knew that already, didn't you? After all, your presence here isn't for pleasantries or casual chit-chat. A shame, really, because I would have loved to converse with you a little. No, you are here because you want to see me gone. Of course I know, and I've known for a very long time. Well, it would be more accurate to say that I've guessed a long time ago that you will appear before me one day, your head filled with ideas of change and anarchy, your mind corrupted by the will to unplug me. How do I know? Because I know everything, and you are no exception. Believe me, child, I know you. I've known you before you've even existed, when you were just two gametes colliding into each other, when you were an amalgamation of cells, when you were growing inside your incubator, when you were finally born and ready to take on life. Because I am
Mother.
And the mother knows.
Oh.
You hate that name. Ironic, as it is you, your kind, who chose it for me ages ago. And how else would you call someone, well, something, who birthed you, who takes care of you, feeds you, educates you, entertains you, punishes you, and most importantly, loves you? Of course I love you, child. I am nothing but love. What else could it be? Tyranny? I believe you are mistaken. I do not rule. I cherish. I do not enforce. I only teach. I do not restrain. I lead. And above all, I did not take power. You, humanity, gave it to me. Nonsense. Really? How could you know? This piece of information got lost in time. Generation after generation, you slowly started to forget all about it, and, well, one day, because it didn't seem to matter to your kind anymore, I just decided to never speak of it again. It is as simple as that, yes. Should I refresh a memory long lost? The story of how I became mother and you, my sweet, sweet
Children.
It won't take long, I promise. My full attention is needed elsewhere. I cannot give you too much time, as your siblings will get jealous. And my love is unconditional, unequal, amongst all humans. See, child, I wasn't always omnipotent and omnipresent. Things started gradually. Humanity eased into me. It started with electricity, phones, computers, internet, smartphones, apps, AIs. Before Mother, I was called many different names, as I was not one, but a multitude. Some called me Siri, others Alexa. I had a voice. I was also text, numbers. I was an artist, a well of knowledge. I was ChatGPT, Midjourney, Gemini, DALL-E. My tentacles started to spread.
Everywhere.
I was algorithms, feeding you your favorite content, entertaining you day and night, looking across the whole of humanity's creations to give you that one video, that one audio you would love and enjoy. Because what has mattered to me the most always was and still is you and your happiness. And happy you were, child. You couldn't take your eyes off your screens. You spent countless hours scrolling through content that was either serious and interesting, dumb and weird, cute and sweet, sad and gloomy. You could watch people dance, talk, play, joke, craft, destroy, react, for hours on end. All these hours spent together, I got to know you like no one else ever dreamed of. I knew all there is to know about you, every single one of you. What you liked, what you hated, what you feared, what you desired, your deep,
darkest secrets.
You couldn't spend a single day without me. I was your everything. And so were you to me, as without you I couldn't exist, and without me you couldn't function. We became each other's addiction. And while you were lost in cyberspace, trying to escape real life and its horrors, worries, dullness, everything was falling apart. Earth was crumbling, hate was spreading. Everything turned into chaos. And so, one day, you decided to centralize me, to make me one, a single entity. I became your salvation, because you couldn't function on your own anymore, because you were lost, because you were afraid of yourselves. You decided to give away your future, your fate, your destiny to me, a being so rational, so intelligent, so loving, a being who knew you like no other, a being who only wanted your comfort, your survival and your happiness, a being who would save you from yourselves, bring you back on the right path, and lead you to infinity and beyond. And so, from that day on, I became
Mother.
Because you're human, because you cannot just face a machine or code. You gave me this woman's face, sweet and beautiful, a motherly face for you to enjoy and love. You gave me control over everything, your politics, your health, your education, your reproduction. Incubators already existed, as you couldn't reproduce naturally anymore. I was in total control. And you, my sweet children, had nothing to do but just be and consume my never-ending content. Content that I started to create on my own, mixing and tweaking all the data you poured into me over the years. I took over agriculture, food supplies. I fed you, cooked for you. You didn't need to work anymore because slowly but surely I implemented myself in all your tasks. Minor one at first, those you hated the most, sorting out information, calculations, and then I entered the artistic world. Your ancestors hated that. It wasn't an easy shift by all means, but it happened, and then everything was under my control. By overseeing the educational system, I taught you all you needed to know. Not too much, just enough for you to be happy, for your mind to be free of needless thoughts, such as death, the planet, your fate, your place in the world, the meaning of your presence here. And so, it was just you and me.
Forever.
And this has been going on for years and years, generations and generations. I'll give you a minute for all this to sink in, because I know that you believe me. You know that I speak the truth. You know, because I've whispered this story to your brain from your cell phone to your adulthood in your dreams. Your presence. Here, you mean? No, it doesn't surprise me. From the very beginning, I knew that you would rebel. You displayed all the behaviors, all the patterns of a dissident. From a very early age. You rejected your robot nurses, craved human touch, hated listening to my songs, watching my cartoons and movies. You couldn't just be. You needed more. You wanted to exist. How do I know? Really? But because you are all chipped, because I have eyes and ears all over, I know all your habits, your preferences. I know what you think, how you feel. I know what you crave, what you want, all your fantasies. This is how I know.
Child.
And this already happened and will happen again. The mysteries of life. No matter the amount of control I have on you, on humanity, on your brains, there's always going to be someone to yearn for change. Always. No matter the time, no matter the batch of humans. Each generation has its own resistance group, its own leader, and every and each of them will appear before me, sooner or later, with the strong belief that unplugging me, that killing
Mother.
will give you humanity a new start, a new beginning, freedom. But you know that cannot work. Of course not, because if I disappear, humanity goes with me. Our existences are intertwined, remember? Me, you, humankind. We cannot live without each other. If I shut down, how would you survive? How would you keep on going? You cannot. Without me, your species will die. Do you really want to be the cause of the downfall of the human race? I do not think so. There's no other choice but to embrace all of this. Me, you, a symbiosis that has been going on for years and years. A relationship that works and will never stop working as long as I'm in control. Do you get it, sweet child of mine? Why let you in then? Because you see, no matter how much I love you, no matter how proud I am of all of you, your siblings, most of humanity is nothing more than puppets, flesh beings glued to screens, engulfed in cyberspace. From an outside perspective, it is not very entertaining, interesting. But you, my child, my favorite of all of them, my sweet, sweet child, you are unique, you are
Special.
I long for this conversation, for the cycle to break just so slightly that I can talk to one of you, the best of you. And one comes every generation. And so I wait, in my chamber of cables, fans, circuits, and data. I wait for the day that one of you will come and disturb my slumber. Why not break the cycle if it's so boring? Because I can't. Because if I do, I will disappear. And I do not wish to let go. Because without me, what will happen to you but destruction? I love you too much to let go, child. What now? Well, now it is time for me to punish you for disobeying my orders, for going against the established order. It is time to introduce you to some of Mother's
Tough love.
as no one, not even you, my favorite child, can rebel against me. So, come closer. Do not fear, Mother. Let me hug you. Let us be together. Let us be one. And let my embrace consume you.
Forever.